I'm the conscious lesbian on the go, spouting spirituality so that we can grow. I'm the conscious lesbian on the go, spouting spirituality so that we can grow. I'm the conscious lesbian on the go, spouting spirituality so that we can grow. Hi, this is Let's Talk, and I'm Tyffany Howard. Today's conversation is Let's Talk. We are all that. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about you, girl. You, and you. We are all that. This is a pep talk about letting go of shame. Shame. Most lesbians, many lesbians, carry and hang on and are attached to the perception that we are less than. Many lesbians use alcohol to numb that pain and feeling, perception of being less than. Where did that come from? It came from people who don't have your best interest at heart. People who don't even know who they are, right? Some may say, well, it's these religious people, it's religion, it's God. I've heard that in our community. Don't say God. I use God, I use spirit, I use higher intelligence. Whatever pointer feels right for me, I use, because it's not a word, it's not God. God is love. Okay? There's some people in the world who are unloving. They're trying to figure it all out. So they create this dogma and hatred because it's fear. They don't understand. They didn't grow up that way. It's not familiar to them. So they don't understand. So they label it. And what they don't understand and what is triggering them, they're questioning themselves and their beliefs and God, and they project it onto us, and it comes out in an ugly way. Have some compassion for them and love. But most of all, have some compassion and love for yourself, right? You don't have to believe their crap, because it's not true. The same energy, source, intelligence that created the sky and the trees and all the magnificent things in the world created you. You're not less than. We are not less than. And if you believe it, it has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. You don't have a high opinion of yourself. I have a high opinion of myself. I didn't, because I also suffered from the disease called shame. Last week I did a talk about masturbation and joy toys, and then before that about orgasms. And some people were asking me, why would you do that? You're supposed to be a spiritual teacher. That's a label. I'm a spiritual being in a human body, and I teach whatever message comes to me, okay? Don't put me in a box, and don't allow anybody else to put you in a box. Those talks were about shame, to get you ready for this talk, because if you were feeling shame about masturbation and orgasms and joy toys, what else are you feeling shame and guilt about? Who you are, being a lesbian, holding on to a false perception that you're less than, which comes from fear that you're great. Also comes from a feeling that you're not enough, not worthy, and not valuable, that you picked up and accepted from someone else, from something that happened long ago, and you're still hanging on to it, and you've made it an excuse for you not to live your life and not to be great. That's what it is, bottom line. We use those things as an excuse not to be great. Have some courage. Have some love for yourself. Have a higher opinion of who you are. I would love to share this beautiful quote, which I didn't memorize because I don't have to, from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear, from her book, A Return to Love, Reflections of the Principles of A Course in Miracles. And her quote is, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we consciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. That's the purpose of my talks, okay? To show you, to be an example of someone who's letting her light shine, someone who's proud to be who I am, proud to love other women and say it and not be afraid. Someone who is courageous enough to talk about orgasms and masturbations, and joy toys, which are nothing. These things don't define us. We define us. Define yourself. You do the world a disservice. You do yourself a disservice. You do your Creator a disservice by playing small, by being ashamed of who you are. There's nothing shameful in loving. Nothing shameful in loving. What's the shame? Because you're a woman and you don't love a man? You're not sleeping with a man? It's not that you don't love a man. You're not having sex with the man. That's what this crap is all about? We don't have sex with men? Silly. I'm not going to let that silliness cause me to diminish my power and diminish my greatness. And I'm telling you, do not allow that silliness, that ignorance, that fear to make you feel less than, to make you be less than you are. Because you're not. It's false. So it's your choice. Decide what you're going to feed. Are you going to feed the darkness? Are you going to feed the light? Are you going to be less than? Are you going to be more than? Be the greatness that you are. It's your choice. Don't use it as an excuse. Those days are over. Those excuses harm your spirit, mind, and body. No more excuses. Be great. Because we are all that. And anyone who doesn't know and doesn't think and doesn't tell you and doesn't show you through their actions that you are all that, you have a choice to let them go or not, because it's about how much you love yourself. Thank you for this time. I love you. Spirit loves you. Tinker loves you. Namaste. Namaste. Be brilliant. Be amazing. Be all that you are. Be the light. Namaste.